Hello, this is Aaron Spiderfist, and today we are gonna take a look at the Worldborder and everything you might want to know. So let's hop right into it, shall we? The Worldborder is actually done by commands, so every information you get here is basically the default, but you can also change the size, the center, and everything basically you want with the Worldborder. There's two things in this video that actually are fixed by normal standards. So that's the 4-block buffer that you get before you take damage outside of the Worldborder. That's these 4 diamond blocks behind me. As soon as we go further out, there will be damage. And also the amount of damage is preset, but you can always look into the commands. If we type in Worldborder, then we can add amounts to the Worldborder, so how many blocks the Worldborder gets wider or narrower. We can center it around a different block. We can make the damage a different way. We can set warnings. We can set the Worldborder, and we can get information about the Worldborder. So that's basically the commands you need. If you need further detail, just make sure to Google it. There will be plenty of information there. Starting off, we want to check out how to get through the Worldborder. So what we're gonna do is be using ender pearls and chorus fruit to actually get through. If we use the ender pearl, doesn't matter, we just pass through. We can get through back easily, and if we use the chorus fruit, we just need to be very near the border, and as soon as we eat this chorus fruit, we are through. Well, that actually worked first time, that's great. With the chorus fruit, you basically have to fiddle around, because if you're near the border like this, you have a 50% chance of getting through, because half of the world is inside the Worldborder and half of it is outside of the Worldborder. So if we try this again, you see that we don't actually get through. So basically the only chance to get higher rates of going through is in a corner, because in this case we have 3/4 outside and 1/4 inside of the Worldborder, so that helps a lot. Then there's actually 2 more ways to get out, or rather 1 more way, and that's using dispensers and redstone. So we're dispensing a boat, and this boat is actually on both sides of the Worldborder. So if we look at this, it's on the other side as well as on this side. So when we hop in, we can glitch through the Worldborder and basically are through and can not get back using the boat, but we can still get back just jumping through or swimming through, so that's quite normal. The other way we can do it is we're using this water block right here to place actually the boat, and then we have the boat on land, which helps also a lot, because if we just rotate it a bit and go forward just a minimal amount, we are through the Worldborder, and we can actually use this to get through the Worldborder most of the times. This time I think we went too far. I can't get it anymore. Nope, it's too far gone. In this case, we're using a trident to actually delete the boat or destroy him. And if we now place it again, we have this boat right here. It's on the border. We hop in, we hop out. We are basically ourselves directly on the border, and we can go through. So that's quite easy to do. You just need 1 or 2 tries, and then you're through, and yeah, then you can enjoy the outside of the Worldborder. Hello, it's editing me. I just noticed that we didn't talk about the damage you get when you're outside of the Worldborder, and that's what these 4 blocks represent. So inside these blocks, if I go over to survival mode, I don't get any damage, but as soon as I head out of these blocks, I get damage. So it's like 4 to 5 blocks. I think it's actually 5 blocks. That's the default setting, but you can change that using the commands. One more thing, if you head on out way past the Worldborder, there's something that I'm actually gonna show you. So let's switch to spectator mode, and let's fly this disembodied head over here. And as soon as we turn on in, you can see that I got loads amounts of damage, and that's because the further you go out, the more damage you actually get. When it comes to interacting with villagers or entities for that matter, you can see this one is inside of the world border nearly, and I can interact with him. But when it comes to this one, I can't. It just doesn't work. So this one, yes. This one, no. If I use my trident in between, you can see I'm using my trident, but it doesn't work with this one. So just, you can't do it. The next thing is damage. You can't actually damage this villager or any other entity that's outside of the world border. So make sure you have a trident or a ranged weapon, because with ranged weapons it still works and you can still damage any entities that are outside of the world border. When it comes to the border, there's also one more thing that we can do, and it's basically got to do with pistons. So once we activate these pistons right here, we can see the block starts twitching and, well, doesn't behave like it should. And this works with nearly every combination of block. So right here we have a redstone block next to a TNT block, a diamond block inside. This is just crazy. So if we can break the blocks that we pushed inside, so this is then the diamond block and this will then become the redstone block. And yeah, as soon as we did do this, we can still hop on the blocks. We can basically see them as normal blocks. However, if we were to break blocks, you can see I broke the block beneath it. And then again with this one, I can break blocks beneath, so they're basically see-through. And yeah, these don't act like normal blocks anymore. There is actually one possibility to get rid of these blocks, and that's using TNT. So let's use this as a starting block, and then we can see TNT still breaks the block inside and outside of the world border. So we got the gravel that broke because it was in the floor, and our 3 different blocks as well. So we can still get there and pick them up. You might be wondering what actually happens to the blocks, so I'm gonna give you a demonstration. We pushed in the redstone block, and yeah, so basically this time we're not breaking the blocks, but we're gonna use the worldborder command, and we're gonna actually add 1 block. And as soon as we do this, it was a block too little, I guess. Let's add another block, and you can see this one gets split into 2 blocks. So yeah, these blocks are actually not 1 block, but they still are 2 different blocks. However, because of the world border, the blocks basically get squished into 1 block and rendered as 1. And basically when you break it, there's still the other one, but it only is just barely outside of the world border, and that's why you can't actually break it anymore. This has been Iron Spider Fist. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!